Let me show you something that completely changed how I think about trading. Most people come into trading thinking that they need big wins. They imagine hitting a huge trade, doubling their account, making thousands overnight. But professional traders don't think like that at all. They think in something much more powerful, and that is compounding. And once you truly understand compounding, you realize something very, very surprising. You don't actually need massive returns to build serious wealth in trading. Small, consistent returns repeated over time can produce extraordinary results. But most people never experience this because they approach trading with the wrong mindset. They chase big wins instead of building steady growth. So in this video, I want to show you what actually happens when trading returns compound over time. We're going to break this down step by step, and we'll look at the mathematics behind compounding. We'll look at realistic return scenarios. And by the end of this video, you'll see why professional traders focus on consistency rather than excitement. All right, let's break it down. So what does compounding mean? Compounding simply means earning returns on previous returns. So in other words, your profits begin generating profits of their own. So let me give you a simple example. Let's say that you start your trading account with £10,000 and you grow the account by 5% in month one. Well, that means that your account grows to £10,500. Now, the following month, if you grow by another 5%, you're not earning 5% on 10,000, you're earning 5% on 10,500. So the gain becomes slightly larger. And over time, this effect accelerates because each gain increases the size of the next gain. And that is the power of compounding. And it's the same force that drives long-term investing and wealth building. So here's where it gets really exciting, because compounding doesn't grow in a straight line, it grows exponentially. At first, the growth looks slow, very slow, but as the account grows larger, the gains start becoming bigger and bigger. So let's look at this simple scenario here, right? Starting with £10,000, monthly return, 3%. After 1 year, the account grows to roughly 14,200. Now that's already impressive. Now let's extend the timeline. After 5 years, that same account becomes roughly 60 grand. And then after 10 years, that same account becomes roughly 200 grand. And that's just with 3% per month. This is why professional traders focus on consistency, because consistency activates compounding. Now, here is the problem. Most traders never experience this or reach compounding stage. Why is that? It's because they take on too much risk too early on. They try and grow their account quickly. They over leverage. They chase big wins. And when a few losses arrive, the account suffers major damage. Large losses break the compounding process. Let me explain why. If you lose 10% of your account, you need to make back 11% to get back to break even. But as you can see, the bigger the drawdown, the bigger the loss. Once you get to about 50%, you've got to make back 100% of your account. So the drawdown might be linear, but the gains required to get back to break even is disproportionate. It's exponential. And the moment you get past 10%, it really starts to work against you. That's why risk management is so critical. Small losses protect that compounding curve. Another big misunderstanding is how professionals think about returns. Beginners often think in terms of big trades. Professionals think in terms of annual growth. For example, a trader who grows their account by 30% per year is considered very successful. But beginners often expect to double their account very quickly, which leads to excessive risk. And the irony is that slow, steady growth often produces far better long-term results because the account survives long enough for compounding to do its job. Let's look at something, right? Imagine two traders, Trader A and Trader B. Trader A shoots big and tries to double their account every year, and Trader B just grows by 4% per month consistently. After several years, Trader B often ends up with the larger account. Why? Because Trader A experiences large losses along the way, and Trader B maintains steady growth. Consistency beats bursts of success. That's one of the most important lessons in trading. Compounding works because position size increases as the account grows. Before, I've talked about risking 1% per trade. Well, let's just say your account grows from 10,000 to 20,000. Now the same 1% risk becomes 200 instead of 100. So your trade size grows automatically, which means the same strategy now produces larger gains. You're not changing the strategy in any way, you're simply letting the account scale naturally. And that's how professional traders grow their accounts over time. Now, they also use a method called smooth ratio money management strategies. This is something that's very complex, and we teach this at tier1trading.com. I highly recommend you go and check it out if you want to learn all about that. But essentially, it accelerates your account in winning streaks and protects your capital when you're in drawdowns. But it's the most efficient and effective way of scaling your account. I'll put a link to Tier 1 Trading in the description and the pinned comment. Go and check it out, but let's get on with the video. Now, the tricky part is that compounding requires patience, and patience is something many traders struggle with. In the early stages, progress feels really slow, which tempts traders to increase risk. But increasing risk usually damages the account. The traders who succeed long term are the ones who respect the process. They focus on protecting capital, executing consistently, and allowing time to do its work, because time is what unlocks the true power of compounding. So compounding is one of the most powerful forces in finance, but it only really works when three things are present: consistency, risk management, and patience. Professional traders understand that trading is not about dramatic, exciting wins. It's about stacking small advantages repeatedly over time. Because once the compounding curve starts to accelerate, growth becomes far more powerful than most people ever imagined. And that is why disciplined traders focus on less excitement and more sustainability. Your goal as a trader isn't to make money. Your goal is to stay in the game long enough for compounding to work and do its job. Then you'll make unbelievable amounts of money. So let me know in the comments if you'd like me to dive deeper on any particular topic here. Introduce yourself in the comments. I really love that we're building out this community. I do spend some time talking to everyone down there as well. And please share this channel with other people that need to hear it. You know, there's not a lot of good information around trading. I'm trying to get the best, most transparent and realistic information out so people can actually succeed at this game. So do me a favor, give it a share, give it a like, and until next time, I'll see you then.